welcome back to Lori's Life. I just checked these microgreens. I've been checking them daily and I've had to add water because they've been pretty warm, but these seeds are a couple of years old. I ordered this garden system a couple years ago and I never used all the seed pads. But about 2 weeks ago I did plant these, and this is all that I've got 2 weeks later. I mean, I'm not going to peel the pad, but look at all the seeds left on the pad for this one. I picked red acre cabbage and the purple kohlrabi because pretty much that's all I had left. I guess I'm going to maybe put it back under the grow light that I have it under, and I just hope they grow a little more, or we have a little more sprouting. Otherwise, I'm going to try to plant more different kinds of seeds and just keep them warm. So I'll show another video, and that's that. Not really enough to put on anything, but a little bit of tiny flavor. So this little bit of purple kohlrabi and red acre cabbage will be a tiny bit of taste for maybe a tuna sandwich or something. I don't know. Alrighty. So that's the progress. 2 weeks later. It'll be 2 weeks tomorrow. So I'm just going to get all these seeds off of here. Drop them down onto the pad. Since this pad is pretty much all the way off and it won't affect anything growing. So I doubt any of those will sprout. But we can try, right? Yeah. This, let's see. Yeah, I'll do the same here. And get all those off. And peel it. These guys, there's only a few on this one, see? But still, we'll try. And this, I know the grow light, they're like long, thin, red and blue and white. And it was closer to this side, so I'm not, and then there's another one on the other side. So I guess these need like really direct, intense light. And I'm just gonna put these on here and stick them back under the light and hope for the best. I'll check back in a couple of days. We'll just keep the footage going. So here's the microgreens a few days after I took the covers off and sprinkled the seeds back in. There really isn't much new seeds sprouting, but I think this is as good as it gets for these microgreens. But I'm also planning to plant some new alfalfa microgreens from the Hamama system that I got right around a little bit after I got the garden system. And what I have to do is fill to the fill line. I don't know if you can see. That says fill. And very simple. You just put the pad that they give. Oops. It's a quilt is what they call it. You just put it in there. First you hold it down, let it get soaked, and then it just stays on top. And those should grow. I'm going to stick that by my grow light, and also I'm going to try another type of seed in a different container. So the seeds from the Hamama system that I got require that they be soaked for, it says 6 to 8 hours. Rinse, drain, and then spread evenly. So rinse and drain 2 to 3 times per day for 3 days. Spread evenly in sprouting container. Oh, maybe that's, The 7th day, the sprouts should be ready to eat. Oh, I guess you're supposed to rinse them. So anyway, alright, well here goes. I'm gonna just cut that open. The good thing about this is it has a resealable container. And this is 3-part salad mixture. I'll just put a bunch. Oh, that's probably way too much. That should be enough. That's probably more than enough as well. So it's about 1 o'clock. So by like 7 o'clock, maybe I'll pour out the water and then I'll put them in the pots that they provide for this type of seed. Alright, these are all, wow. Kale, butterhead lettuce, mixed salad greens, spinach, Swiss chard. So I just decided to do one. I'll check back in a few hours. On second thought, I will do 2 because I was looking for this. This is the other alfalfa. Look how tiny those seeds are. And this says the same, to let it soak for 6 to 8 hours. So I'll do the same for this one. We got alfalfa growing on the quilt, and we'll try this as well. That should be enough. That should be plenty. Okay. Now I gotta get the actual growing container ready for these. I'll do it later. I guess this mixture also has alfalfa. So I'll be back. So here's the brick that has all the essential, it says NPK nutrients to feed your plants for an entire season, fortified with a healthy balance of nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. Now I made my own mixture of dried banana peels, eggshells, and I have little seed sticks that I'm going to use for my fruit trees, the avocado and the pineapple and the citrus tree. So I'll be feeding those soon, as well as the apple tree outside. But I'm going to be filling up this container, letting this expand in each hole, and it will be ready in time for these in a few hours. So I'll be back. So this is called minute soil. It's I think coconut husks. Yeah. So clean and green, it says. Retains 30% more water and nutrients for healthier roots. This whole brick expands to 1.5 gallons of soil. I don't know how I'm going to get this off and into these holes. Maybe I should get like a bread knife or something and make a huge mess on my table because it's raining outside. I'm trying to do some gardening, but it's been extra cold and now it's rainy today. Oh, what a mess. Yeah, this is not a good idea. Oh no. Oh no, wow, what a big mess. Yeah, made a little bit of a mess. It's going to expand, so I'm just going to leave that. Oh, whoops. Oh boy, yes, I'm making a huge mess. Big fun. Alright, let me clean this up before it gets on the floor. So it's been over 5 hours and these have really swelled up pretty big and these are good. So I'm going to strain the water and then plant them in here. I'll be back. I realized I may have not switched my camera around so you could see me adding the arugula seeds to half of the container. We'll see when I take the camera off of this. It's not the best scenario here, but I'm making the best of it. So the second bunch of seeds is the mixture, and I'm going to fill each container like I did with the first ones. I might have lost some good footage, but you get the gist of it with these. So what I said was I guess these are supposed to be dark at first and then, but kept very warm. And I will cover it. I'm putting it right under the grow light that's off now because it's nighttime. So at least it will be nice and warm. And I said the arugula, these usually take only 3 days to grow. But these seeds are a couple years old. And they might not sprout, but we'll see. Alright, I will make another video in a few days to show the progress. I realized I may have not switched my camera around so you could see me adding the arugula seeds to half of the container. We'll see when I take the camera off of this. It's not the best scenario here, but I'm making the best of it. So the second bunch of seeds is the mixture, and I'm going to fill each container like I did with the first ones. I might have lost some good footage, but you get the gist of it with these. So what I said was I guess these are supposed to be dark at first and then, but kept very warm. And I will cover it. I'm putting it right under the grow light that's off now because it's nighttime. So at least it will be nice and warm. And I said the arugula, these usually take only 3 days to grow. But these seeds are a couple years old. And they might not sprout, but we'll see. Alright, I will make another video in a few days to show the progress. So I'm getting ready for spring. I put some calcium and potassium and coffee grounds in the avocado, the pineapple, and the citrus tree. The citrus tree isn't doing well. It looks dry, it's shriveled up. I used to keep it by the side door in the winter, and it's a lot cooler there. I got it by the heater thinking, well, maybe it'll think it's spring and give me fruit. So I'm going to have to trim this back and get it outside as soon as possible. But the weather here, it was freezing last night and then night before, so I'm not sure, but we got to do something with it. So the quilt is puffing and not giving anything. After trimming these, there's some growing again. And for the third time, my green onion is sprouting up after cutting it down and using it for food a couple of times. And check this out. This is the alfalfa and the seed mixture. Look at that. So being warm is the key, and I had to make sure it had plenty of water. But look at that. That is amazing. I'm going to have to cook something nice tonight and put some microgreens on it. Now, I've heard microgreens have up to 400 times the nutrients of adult plants. Like if this has green beans or peas, it's hard to believe that it would be 400 times the nutrients. But that's what I've heard, and I lowballed it when I talked about it before. But I'm excited. It's great. So that's the results.